You're watching People Make Games, and behind me, in these railway arches, is a ridiculously elaborate pretend spaceship. Actually, there are two. This is Bridge Command, a one-of-a-kind, new, immersive experience in London, England that lets you, and about as many friends as you can pack in, live out your fantasies of Star Wars or Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica by crewing a starship. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely this can't be as cool as it sounds. We've all seen the scathing reviews of Disney's Galactic Star Cruiser, where occasionally tourists were brought up to a console to play a forgettable shooting minigame, and then afterwards you're told you've won it. You've won Star Wars! And then everyone goes for a buffet lunch, but the eggs are dyed green or whatever. Banish that from your mind. Bridge Command is something altogether more hardcore and, if such a thing is possible, even less financially viable than Galactic Star Cruiser. But rather than spoil it, we decided that the best way to show off this part game, part LARP, part anxiety attack was just to show you our playthrough. So let's meet our crew, who began the day by failing to get into their uniforms. That's me, Quinns, and with this being my video, I demanded that I would, of course, be the captain.
I'm here too. I'm Chris, and I would be the chief engineer. Quinns assured me this would be a low-stress position, and he was, of course, lying.
My friend Anna joined us that day as our weapons officer, except it turned out there would be 2 weapons officers on board, so she got to have a friend, and I thought that was unfair.
Finally, our friend Josephine, there's a lot of friends in space, would be at the helm.
You did great.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. So behind the scenes, as our personal games master got ready to make our life hell, we stepped bravely into the teleporter to enter space. Wow. The narrative wrapper here is that from London, your crew is beamed into a ship in orbit with a bar where you can buy space drinks. And in a moment, we would be walking to our ship where we would assume command.
Hello, so a little out-of-game Chris context. I'm recovering from a stomach bug. Last 3 days, there's been a lot of vomit, but that stopped. But I just want to give a quick rundown of what I've eaten in the last 72 hours. Okay, we've had 4 slices of toast, some grapes, half a banana, and then this morning a very ambitious half an almond croissant. That's it. That's all I've got to run on. And is it going to affect my performance as a member of this crew? Absolutely.
Our mission, chosen by the Bridge Command team from their suite of available stories, sounded simple enough. We had to deliver a diplomat to a space station to rescue a series of tense talks with a mining community. And this diplomat would be played by an actor who'd be sat in my ship the entire time. It was during the briefing that I started to get nervous about being the captain. I was surrounded by a whole cast who were taking this mission very seriously, and now I was being told a whole lot of acronyms. As we went in to meet the rest of my crew, which Bridge Command had kindly padded out with actors from their team, the captain's chair looked positively cursed.
This ship was nuts. Although much of the game would be spent panicking on the bridge, to get there we'd need to pass through engineering, a cargo bay, there was a medical station, and even an immersive, sci-fi, fully functioning toilet.
Are you all settled down?
Hello, Oz. We are settled down. We've completed our training. We're feeling good. It's a good temperature in here. Everything. Can we not laugh when I'm actually on a video call? We're having some small problems with our sort of general hierarchy, but aside from that, as I said, everyone's sort of comfortable, happy. What were you calling about? Up to this point, I couldn't help but notice our diplomat looked extremely concerned, which I assumed was because, as captain, I was occasionally missing things my crew was saying to me because I was exploring the submenus on my computer. Actually, it turned out to be something rather more alarming.
Yes, hello. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. Am I interrupting?
Not at all, Ambassador.
No, just a couple of questions. One, where exactly are we? What's going on?
We're taking you
Sector
to...
Sector.
I was going to say that.
Right. Another small question. Who am I?
You're diplomat Paxton. Are you feeling okay?
Right.
Do we have a medical
Because
officer on
people
board?
keep telling me that. you see, they keep telling me that I'm Paxton, and they keep calling me Paxton, and that sounds great. They sound great. I can't remember anything.
Right. Is there
I can't remember anything.
would you like to please head towards the medical bay just for the moment? Do we have a doctor on
Before
board?
we do that, crew.
We were then interrupted by our contact at HQ, who informed us that a diplomat, quote, losing their memory would be a poor excuse for failing to show up to the negotiations. And with our crew looking startled, we were suddenly in an episode of Star Trek. Someone was going to have to speak at these negotiations, and if we couldn't solve this mystery, it'd have to be one of us, which could be consequential for humanity, and worse, a bit embarrassing.
Paxton gave us what little help they could.
I was in a small space, a smaller ship than...
Like a shuttle.
Yes, if you say so. A small ship. It was dark. I was, I think, asleep. It was light. I woke up. There was a strange bitter taste in my mouth. And then people came and took me from the small ship onto the bigger ship, the...
Warspite.
Yes.
Paxton's last port of transit had been through Kier Station, which wasn't a military facility, and so technically we had no authority there. But with no other leads, it looked like this would have to be our first destination. It was a moment that called for leadership.
I had some inspirational words I was going to read to the crew, so there's some useful quotes. I know there's not really time, so I'm just going to rush through them. Don't aspire to be the best on the crew, aspire to be the best for the crew. The deeper and stronger the foundation, the greater the house we can build. Everyone dies, not everyone truly lives. I was going to sort of wrap them up into a speech. We don't really have time for that. Okay, yeah, thank you. Can you get us heading towards Goa Station? Can you?
Yeah, waypoint 1.
Waypoint 1. Okay, great. You can take us to warp now if you're comfortable handling two. This is going to be a difficult day. Some of us may have to use 2 chairs.
Just have a lie down.
It just may all come popping back, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna run this to someone who can go through it.
Communications, I would really love for you to just keep an eye on in case there's any incoming hails, but
Yeah.
I'm an ideas guy. So
Yeah.
if you have any ideas, how's things going in here?
Well, we were just looking at some of the
Apparently I'm fine, so that's good to know.
some of
We did a
the.
medical scan and it says no neurological damage,
Okay,
which means they haven't bumped their head.
okay.
It did say high levels of electricity in the brain.
High levels of electricity in the brain.
Yeah.
Okay,
But damn it, I'm not a doctor.
we don't have a doctor on board, huh?
These are some of the documents.
These are the documents relating to the diplomatic.
Yeah, that they were
I
traveling
don't know, I
with.
haven't looked. I mean, I had this bag on me.
Oh my God. There was
was simply no way I would be able to read something with this many proper nouns. I urgently had to find a lackey to burden with these horrible papers, but before I could, I was interrupted.
Second.
I fly the ship.
We flew on a bit, and now we've met another ship, and they're hailing. And
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna leave this with you because I'm gonna. You know
I
what?
think
If you
someone
need
else
help
can-
from
Everyone
another
encourage-
officer, okay, that's fine. Wait, they feel like this should. Okay. Why? Get off my chair!
I didn't sit in it.
I've got an exciting job for you.
Call incoming.
Okay, that's great. But tell them we'll be 1 minute. These are the documents that the ambassador had in their bag.
Okay.
They don't know what it means.
All right.
Someone needs to pass this information.
Yeah.
And you are. I've always said you're a great passer.
I love it.
So can you be combination weapons and reading?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank Christ for that.
Maybe it would help that this is the shuttle that they were on.
That's great. Oh, that's great. Science? This is the shuttle that the ambassador was traveling on.
Well, there's a bunch of shuttles here where we've been told to hold for a scan, I believe by
who?
The Cure.
Oh, okay, right, fine. On screen.
Hello there, Captain of the UCN vessel. Please present your access codes in order to continue into Allied airspace. Thank you.
Someone, you professional. I will buy some time. We're looking for access codes on any of these. None of you guys know where the access codes might be. Hello?
Hello, Captain.
Hello.
Can I take your name for the log?
Yeah,
please?
my name is Captain Quinn of the UCS Takanami.
Quinn. Is that spelled with a Q or a K?
It's with a Q, Quinn, but we need to move this. Hang on. We're just getting some interference right now.
Can you cut the call? Having some trouble. Okay, fucking that dude was gonna be hella slow, and I could.
Ranger, it looks like we're having an issue here.
We love it. Great.
Any luck?
No, but I might just fucking blast us off because that dude didn't seem super threatening. Can you find that shuttle?
There's a bunch of shuttles here. They're just a bit too tight together for me to get a read.
So this is a UI problem? Okay.
I worried Quinns was starting to get a bit snippy with the crew, but you couldn't argue with the results.
Yeah, I've scanned it. There's currently no one aboard. It's just standard issue.
Take us.
Captain, I understand from Kier Station that we are allowed to enter the airspace and form a queue with everyone else that's currently trying to enter airspace, which will take time. My suggestion might be that we let Ms. Paston talk to them for a moment and see if maybe a little bit of gift to the gab can't get us out of this one.
I was insulted that my gab was not considered gifted.
Jackson, we're gonna find out if your God-given talent remains in that broken brain of yours.
Captain, I have spoken to your officer and I understand you are coming aboard to try and locate some documentation. Is that correct?
Oh, hello, this is Blake Paxton. Who am I talking to?
You're talking to Lieutenant Commander Blackstock.
We're just trying to, it's actually a very important mission, so it would make you a very important person if you were to help us with this mission.
Oh, I say.
Yes,
How exciting.
I'm sure you're just the person for the job.
Unfortunately, and in what would be a recurring theme on the day, Quinn seemed compelled to get involved.
But what exactly do you want to do with one of our shuttles? I can't just let you take it without an authorization.
I'm afraid this is a situation in which we can't. You do not have the clearance to know precisely. Okay. Yeah.
Captain, you do not have the clearance to enter this airspace unless I allow it.
I'm so sorry about that. Yes, if we could just simply borrow it for a short amount of time, perhaps. We do believe it holds some important clues or secrets or something, and we promise to disturb as little as possible and take up as little of your time, because, of course, you are a very important person.
I could get in a lot of trouble for this, you know.
I could get in trouble for even telling you this, but the mission report that I will be writing for this will extend far beyond this sector. It is a name that would be read by billions of humans across the galaxy. Your name.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. All right. I will arrange for the shuttle to be at your disposal, but you make sure my name goes in your report, all right?
Absolutely. Blackstock, it's not often that you meet a real hero, but today you may just have saved the negotiations we're doing.
Oh,
You can
careful, Captain.
end the
just
call.
made me
Just
blush.
end
How
the call.
delightful.
End it.
Have a lovely day now.
End it.
Thank you.
But that's teamwork. You know what? One person can't whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra. And that's what happened today.
That's lovely. I don't remember what any of those things are, but that's lovely.
Okay, good. Well, do you want to just sit down? So we have these sort of I'm just
will.
the general. You just seem like you're going to pass out at any moment, and that's really sort of stressing me out.
No, I will sit.
Okay, great.
That shuttle is undocked and is coming in our general direction.
Do we have an ETA? It seems pretty fast. Number of seconds.
If I say the word rainforest to you, and just a little word game, anything
15 degrees.
come to mind? Rainforest.
Where is our engineer?
No, okay, that's fine.
That's what. Oh, there you are. Do I have any volunteers to be on the shuttle investigation team? Anna, Chris, Paxton, when the shuttle docks, you three, you're going to search it.
Yeah.
And you know what? A single leaf can't provide shade, but together, you guys are going to be the tree. I memorized them when I knew I was going to do this. It's good. So let's get a scan on the shuttle, make sure there's no surprises before it docks.
So the clues that we need to look for, something to do with the rainforest,
Yep.
maybe.
Yep. I haven't
Just-
found anything so far.
so
I
it-
think
We'll figure that out. You're Paxton. You are Paxton.
have muscle memory when
Shuttle's docked. Chris, the shuttle's docked.
Right.
Anna.
Oh, okay.
Paxton,
with you.
you should.
Sure.
Let's go. Goodness gracious.
Going back to
Yeah, jog the memory.
Oh, there's a faulty fuel cell, so...
Oh, okay, I can get you another one.
Yes, please.
Excitingly, it turned out that this dock shuttle was now a whole other real room on our spaceship for us to explore. And so, as we search for clues away from the stress of the bridge, it was nice to have something that felt more like a relaxed, narrative-focused escape room to just potter around in.
So that was cool for Chris. It's also why, when politically motivated reactionaries began approaching our vessel, my engineer and weapons officer were busy enjoying a puzzle game.
So there was a civilian.
There was a
civilian passenger sat right there.
Oh, okay. So sat here.
Yeah.
Are you responding to hails?
Is waypoint 1 warp distance away?
Just in terms of sort of muscle memory, is anything about this, or you didn't know, that doesn't immediately suggest no? You're not feeling good about that. Okay, good.
So we're trying your date of birth.
Hang on, 18th. It's the other way around. Wait, 18.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right. Okay. Yeah, it was the other way around. Oh.
Okay. Flow state.
This looks rainforesty.
Sahara by Charity.
And then I think that's just a toothbrush.
Ringing any bells to you? I'm gonna try Sahara.
Okay, can we lock on? Shields up, weapons free, drone launch.
They're coming towards us.
No, Charity.
I feel like this might be a brain.
Charity seems to be the name of a relation.
Yeah. I mean that like a child.
Oh shit.
You came back fine.
Engineer!
Sorry. Yeah, you have that. Hello. I'm back.
Finally, my vitally important engineer showed up like someone late for a fucking Zoom call.
Sorted. This is perhaps a good time to discuss what the engineer actually does in Bridge Command. So when things are going well, from the comfort of your terminal, you divvy up energy to all the other crew members so they can do their jobs. When things are going badly, you have to sprint the length of the ship to swap out dead fuel cells and replace important crystals. When things are going really badly, you'll have to do both of those things at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Another successful crystal stabilization.
Talk to me, people. What's going on? Has it been destroyed? Okay. Okay, great. Let's lock on to waypoint 1. Chris and Anna informed me that it looked like Paxton had been remotely mind-wiped by a ne'er-do-well who'd hacked into their device. And then Space Mum called us, reminding us that we had to be at the negotiations in just 20 minutes.
Sorry for disturbing you, Captain. I had a call from the AMC. They are a little bit miffed with the fact that you are not yet on their station. They expected your arrival at least half an hour before negotiations are about to start in 20 minutes. So they are antsy. What's your progress?
We will be with them in 20 minutes. Please tell them that we've had an engine fault and please apologize for them on our behalf of you in your most apologetic manner. We know the importance of this mission.
I'll do my best.
What's really cool about this is I've since found out where the buttons are to end calls. So good luck. Look, we're busy. All right.
Okay, I've actually taken in some of this information.
I also was taking it in,
Okay, yeah.
but you might be required to. It seems like flying the ship is not necessary right now. With time running out, I upped my game by delegating the opaque diplomatic paperwork to a second member of the crew. You know what? This has you written all over it.
Make these guys feel like they've got it. My reactor's not yet at full strength.
Can't process this while everyone's talking to me and yelling at me. Frankly, I'm having a bad day.
This is.
If I had one takeaway from this day, it was that in Star Trek, everyone politely waits their turn to deliver lines to the captain. In real life, everyone has something to say to you right now, and you feel less like Picard and more like an overworked router.
While Quinns was flailing, Team Escape Room had a plan. I think we've got a plan.
And
Yeah.
this kept flashing up, no charity, and that just, it's
We'll
a
find
feeling.
charity. We'll find charity. We know how to reverse this. If you could join us in the shuttle, then yeah.
All gonna be okay.
Here we go.
Paxton?
We'll figure it
Had
out.
everything that we had when we went.
Yes. So we need all of these items. We need the coffee. The coffee is very important.
Everybody's doing great. I know you're all looking at me really concerned, but you don't need to be because everything's good. Fear is a mile wide and paper thin, and we just got to push through it. But the rules seemed to be that whenever Chris left the bridge, we came under attack. And this time, they were assaulting in force. Get Chris, where did...
Wait.
Okay, that's great. Raise shields, we're gonna get engineering back. Chris, general rule of thumb, when you hear gunshots, we need you in the bridge.
Okay, we need someone else with this team.
Just so you know, I'm disappointed in you. Keep running.
Okay, thank you. As Quinns declared weapons free, I noticed that the ship was expending vastly too much energy, and so I kept my cool and communicated this with steely professionalism.
Slow it down on the beam weapons! Captain, who do you want us to target?
Target, wait, we have to, why is everyone calm down all of a sudden? Do we still have an enemy? Wild thing about being the captain, when things were calm, everyone wanted to talk to me. But when death was close, my console didn't actually do anything of importance, and I just had to cross my fingers from the safety of my stupid chair.
Wait, a crystal resonator is down? Okay.
Oh, Chris is on it.
Do I need to do something with this?
No, yes, we need to replace that. I know where that goes.
What's going on? Chris!
Use this.
Okay.
We also need crystals up, yeah.
Crystal done it.
Why are we not moving?
It's mixing slowly.
Eventually, we fought off the drones and returned to the A-plot.
Alright, they're gone.
Okay, Jesus. Great work, everyone. You're just going to go with these two, but I want you to know that when I becomes we, illness becomes wellness.
That was very inspirational.
Right.
So repeat, what does that mean?
Yeah.
These two are going to show you and explain what it means. When we work together, I get it from a book at home.
When I became
Yeah. A lot of them.
What?
I just nod.
It's better to
He's
ignore it.
incredibly inspiring.
Good work, everyone.
If you can come here and you can sit. You need to sit here, Paxton.
I'm just... Don't worry about that. I'm giving you a little bit of juice just to get us going and then bring us back down.
See, this guy, he knows I'm not interested in information. I'm interested in results.
Warning. Reactor output exceeds.
Can you just that's the problem. Can we turn off the alert? It's like using the self-service checkouts.
Would you like me to get in touch with the station?
No, hell no. But
Do you want to talk to them?
no, why would I? No, there's a whole. No, if there's like literally a whole laminated thing of how to talk to these folks, and I don't have it in front of me, so that was a stupid suggestion, actually. Engineer, you have the bridge.
Finally. Here we go. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm exhausted.
And there's something on there about an
620.
external and where is the
680 THZ.
My reactor is in a right state, honestly, after that.
Do you have anybody that you care about? Back home on Earth?
Yeah,
Things that you
absolutely.
enjoy doing
Alright.
together?
Yeah. Do you? Do you
I
remember?
don't know, I can't remember. Just tell me
I'm
something
sure you
about
do.
somebody, please,
I'm
just-
sure you do. I'm sure.
just
I
tell
know
me
that you
about
do.
I'm just giving them a little engineering quiz.
Oh, that's it's
yeah.
good to keep them busy.
Like everyone to know each of the jobs.
So I've noticed, I wandered to the back of the ship and I noticed that the airlock is closed.
Yeah.
Is the shuttle still docked with
Yes,
us?
I think. Yeah.
They're just doing the same procedure again, electronic style. It's just they took the laminated sheets with them, and I'm really.
They're over here.
Oh, okay, great. See, I'm not impressed by that because it felt like you were hanging on to them to feel important, and I noticed.
Well, our captain is incompetent, as you know, but we went to school together, and he's been like this for a long time. He just really needs to prove himself repeatedly, you know?
You need to fire an EMP when we are undocked at...
Sometimes they're a little draining to hear, but you just have to take it with a grain of salt. He's trying his best, and usually he succeeds.
Wonderful. We are about to undock. Have you got any way of knowing when we've done that? Amazing. Thank you so much. Over and out.
Yeah, the shuttle's just undocked. Say about that.
Oh, this is fine. They know what they're doing. They're professionals. Well, not. They're sort of the opposite. Yeah, please, at that exact frequency that they asked for. Not one hertz more.
Apologies, Captain. We need to turn and face the shuttle.
Yep.
See Olsen is currently doing. Right, and hold.
Oh, look, there they are.
My feet don't touch the floor.
Alright, holding tight, loading in the AMP. Everyone's holding still, and EMP away.
Oh, that's good.
Hey! I hope that worked.
Okay.
Can you bring the shuttle on screen, actually?
Yeah.
Please.
Paxton, can you hear us?
Shuttle, do you receive?
We do, yes. Paxton seems to have passed out.
Neural pathways synchronized, diplomatic intuition enhanced.
This looks like it may have worked. Requesting dock.
Absolutely. Doc, clear, let me transfer you to bridge so Captain can hear you.
Amazing. Hello. Do you copy?
Yes.
Wonderful. This is Anna. Paxton has passed out and it looks like the EMP was successful. We are requesting dock and hopefully they'll be coming too. Otherwise we have a new problem.
This is all normal? Is this
Oh, are you
Paxton?
I'm Blake Paxton.
Paxton, very nice to meet you.
Wonderful.
We haven't met properly.
No, Anna, lovely to meet you. Love to have you back with us.
Very
I
pleased
have a
to have you.
daughter called Charity.
Yeah.
She is 6 years old and one day
Amazing.
she's going to terraform Venus.
Absolutely. Let's get you to that meeting.
This is yours, I believe. You don't? Okay. We don't need it.
Oops.
Oh, yes, look. Their diplomatic intuition's been enhanced.
Love that. That's good for
I think
us.
that's.
Oh, yes.
I think that's.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did it. All right.
Hang on.
Hello everybody, sorry about that.
Wow. You were saved by the bell.
Paxton in the house, everybody.
Well done, Paxton.
Blake Paxton, good to meet you. I know that we met, but not really.
No. This is proper Paxton. These are your papers.
Excellent.
Your bag is over there.
Very good.
Sorry that we went through it, but I'm
Very, very,
I'm so
very
glad that
happy to
worked.
have you with us. Really more happy than you could possibly know.
I think I have a pretty good idea about how happy you are because I'm pretty darn happy myself. Now, we're going to get to that station.
We are full. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Captain.
Paxton. This is a round of applause for Paxton being ready. Let's please move to warp 2 towards waypoint 1.
Okay. Look, so I can explain what happened next. Quinns was going for this dramatic arrival to the negotiations and wanted to give it a bit of wally as we got there, but to be frank with you, running around a pretend spaceship with an empty stomach had taken its toll on me, and I'd forgotten that Warp 2 requires loads of energy, and this sudden stress to the reactor, well, it almost blew us up. A box? What do you mean a box with
Paxton, there's a time for you. Your sort of like your jovial attitude was really welcome like 2 minutes ago. True to form, the moment Chris left this station, we dropped out of warp speed directly into an ambush.
We are calling for nukes. We are calling for. Okay.
Practically speaking, what I was doing here was the extra large equivalent of swapping batteries out of a remote control, except if I didn't do it right, everybody died. And that's my only justification for why in this shot here, I both can't stop moving and just don't seem to be doing anything of use.
No.
Okay, in which case, we're going to leave him.
You're done. You're ready. You can get back.
I'm back.
My crew had come so far from our initial engagements that were laced with confusion and panic. Here we were, blowing our attackers out of the sky with, we were still confused and panicking, but by God, we were pretending we weren't. Yeah, please lock onto ringleader and fire a nuke.
We are really close for a nuke, Cap.
You know what? Josephine, can you take us back?
Any hull. It's really dangerous. We need to get out of the area.
Okay, Josephine, you hear that?
reversing.
Full speed.
Are we ready to launch the nuke?
Weapons will tell you how far away.
We are launching the nuke.
Make
Captain,
it so!
we are launching the nuke.
Make the nuke so!
Oh boy!
Keep taking us away.
Oh, okay, we got some of them.
Lock on.
All right.
We haven't won yet. Lock on to entertainer, please. Beams free, weapons free, drones free.
Loading torpedo? Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
God, okay, yep. Don't worry about the smoke. Don't worry about.
Alright, linking ringleader, 2.5.
Oh, goddammit, torpedo.
Everyone's shouting so much.
Everybody, a boat does not go forward unless we're all rowing in the same direction.
Oh God, the reactor's in a right state.
You know what? I think they'll understand. I think they'll understand when we show up and we're on fire. What? You're making an. What do we need? We have no power.
I'm working on it! Would you like me just out of the way?
I would like you to go to the shuttle. Did we just destroy all of them?
I think we're good.
We're no longer dying. We are just sort of smoking.
Alright, what warp?
Let's take it warp 1, please. Otherwise, I think engineering's going to have connections.
Yeah, very comfortable slow warp.
You know what, guys? Obstacles are just matters of perspective. When we see a wall, what do? We go through it.
Yeah!
That's right.
Finally, we made it to the negotiations, only slightly late and slightly on fire.
Ambassador, are you ready to do your thing? No, you're not you're a diplomat.
I'm a diplomat, but you're forgiven. You've been under such duress.
You know what? I have, and you're the first person to have sort of noticed that.
Look, I've been through a lot, so I can recognize somebody else's.
This is the sort of emotional intelligence that I would. It's a shame you're leaving.
That's why I'm a diplomat, Captain.
Wow. I hope that asteroid wasn't of any cultural or religious importance. Because Josephine, this is some damn fine flying.
Thank you.
No, is this for the place for diplomatic greetings?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I sort of felt like I was getting the hang of it.
Go on.
This is First Secretary with Stanley. I have one question for you, Captain of the Attacking Army. What time do you call this?
Why don't you ask the pirates that waylaid us? But you know what? We survived. The diplomat is here in one piece. And best of all, you're welcome.
Welcome for what?
It doesn't, sorry, I think I misspoke. The diplomat is going to be with you shortly.
Prince Stanley,
That's me.
after a hard journey made easier by your friendship, we thank you for the solidarity you've shown me and the people of the UCTCN. We wish you health and happiness and the attainment of common goals in peace and prosperity.
To be clear, I was gonna say something like that. I was just taking a run up.
Substantial improvement on how we were addressed the last time we were in communication with UCN officers. I'm afraid you're still late, and I do happen to know how fast you can get from here to where you were previously stationed in the time available.
That is true, but we have a common enemy in the Grey Hats who not only attacked the ship on the way here, but attempted to subvert my mission by scrambling my brain. They wanted to not only erase my memories, but they tried to turn us against you to make this an actively aggressive mission.
And with Paxton once again pulling Quinns' arse out of the fire, our mission was complete and the negotiations saved.
I'm giving you docking authorization. I look forward to seeing if you can keep up that kind of speech making in person.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Paxton.
Thanks for the memories.
Wow, Paxton.
Thank goodness for negotiators.
All right, everybody. Well done. You performed good. Hang on, I've probably got. Wait, hang on. Hang on. I'll be honest. I sort of didn't prepare for. Didn't really. Everyone dies and everyone truly lives. That's sort of not appropriate. The way to get started is quit talking and begin doing. That's not. You did good. Well done. Oh, there's a call. Yeah, no, I know, but.
Hello, crew of Takanami. I see that you have arrived to your destination in Goa Station. Am I safe to assume that everything has been resolved?
Oz, the diplomat has been dropped off. The Grey Hats have been exploded. The team performed well, and that's it.
Fantastic. I believe that makes it a mission success. Congratulations.
Yay!
we will discuss this formally.
That's,
When I meet you in person.
that's what, don't say
Unscheduled
yes.
calendar invite.
Thank you sorry about hanging up on you earlier. That was just, I was still figuring out how the buttons worked, so.
Apology accepted.
That's good. Will
What's
you
that out? Sorry?
Nothing, I was gonna ask if you accept other apologies, but it's fine, we'll talk about that later. Bye!
We absolutely will. What's that out?
Alright, warp 1?
I think
you can push it to warp 2.
Yeah, you've got some juice.
Oh, you're excited.
For a little bit, for a very
I know,
small amount of time before
there
I
are
fly.
asteroids, right?
Don't worry about that, I got those.
How about some warp 3?
I'm taking your power away now. That's too much. That was
Too much? What?
It was fine. And then it. Oh my god.
What's happening?
Why is everyone saying, oh god?
Fine, I'll go down to warp 2.
Come on, open in 3,
Oh god.
2, 1, out of orbit. Tokyo drift.
Wow, okay, well.
That was some adequate flying, Josephine.
Okay, that's fine.
I just looked around, there's everything, smoke everywhere. It's great when you're just facing forward, you don't see anything.
You don't see the panic
that
of
goes
people
wrong.
sprinting down the corridor.
I'm like, ooh, I'm dodging things.
This is the rhythm that I was like hoping for today. Like it's really soothing when everything's going right.
You're just surrounded by plumes of
Yeah,
smoke.
the smoke is sort of ruining that.
Alright, Captain.
Hey, everybody, I'm so proud of you. Well, I'm proud of most of you.
You got a quote?
You get a quote?
Yeah.
I've gone through my whole list twice.
That's, oh my god.
Hey, but you know what today teaches us? Is that when I becomes we, illness becomes
Again.
wellness.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
That is a nice one. That's a nice one.
At ease, everybody. I'll see you in the bar.
We actually need to go for an official debrief.
Oh, official debrief.
As we were debriefing, our commanding officer made the decision to promote all members of the crew except Quinns. Promotions that would stay with us if we returned to play Bridge Command again.
Thanks so much, guys. That was a lot of fun. But it wouldn't be a People Make Games video without something unexpectedly serious. So let me talk a little bit about what Bridge Command represents and why it might be in trouble. So, Bridge Command is part of what's called the immersive sector, a new frontier of game design that I find enormously exciting. Immersive theatre started really growing about 25 years ago. This puts the audience on stage in an environment they're free to create their own path through as the story happens around them. And this sort of mutated with influence from the escape room boom, and has since become a whole burgeoning industry that is drawing more and more from game design. Are these shows? Are they theme parks? Are they live action role-playing games? Basically, the answer to that question is just yes. But what's cool about this is that it's where games and play, which more and more are the defining cultural medium of this century, are starting to breathe more life into other forms of art. How do you design a story-rich environment that people don't get lost in, or do get lost in? How do you give participants meaningful choices, or just make them feel like they chose the path they are on? How do you design a great puzzle for dozens of players at a time, or a challenge people want to return to again and again? That's level design, that's narrative design, that's game design. Which is great. And to be clear, this experience is great. It's exciting, and not only is it built with love, the team behind it are doing world-first work in ensuring that everyone's immersed quickly, the punters all go home happy, and they're even given a reason to come back and continue their story. There's just one problem, which is that while running a business like this that offers cool adventures seems tantalizingly viable, the owners of Bridge Command have made it clear to us that for them, like so many others in the immersive sector, it's hard to make the numbers add up. We were quietly surprised that Bridge Command chose to reveal this to us, but during our tour, they told us that right now they're simply not getting the ticket sales they need for this place to survive. Which means in as little as a year or two, Bridge Command could go the way of the Concorde. Its voyages ended, its machinery mothballed, its doors closed.
An achievement of design and craftsmanship that outclasses anything else currently on the market might just soon be gone. Immersing customers like this, helping non-gamers to roleplay, taking people off the street and onboarding them into what is both a Starship and a complicated team-based part video game, part puzzle, part choice-driven story game, that is hard graft. It requires new design work and new kinds of thinking, and in the long term, we're all gonna benefit. But the economics of this new bouncing baby art form are brutal. The whole joy of Bridge Command is that it's doing something new, but new things are just hard to market. Especially when these days, marketers seem happy to slap the label immersive on almost anything. So it remains to be seen what the future for this sector is. But there's one thing I do know, which is that I've been writing about games for 20 years, and on some level, this stuff feels to me like it is the future. There is a reason that in my recent work for People Make Games, you can see me falling over myself trying to cover and celebrate stuff like Wasteland Weekend, or Jubentia, or this. And that is because this feels like play at its biggest and boldest and at its bravest. Chris, you're getting in the detention bay. Do you know why? Because it didn't feature in the video, so. And it's cool, look at that. So, if you would like to support the work that we do at People Make Games, you're distracting me. What do people get on the People Make Games Patreon this month?
Well, Quinns, I'm going to just...
Oh, fuck's sake.
So if you're a PMG patron at any tier whatsoever, you can right now, this very second, watch a behind the scenes tour that Quinns was given by the Bridge Command team, showing how this whole thing actually functions. If you're into game design or, I don't know, niche set construction, I think you'll get something out of it. Alongside that, depending on what tier you have signed up for, there are other rewards as well, including things like bespoke art prints sent to your actual house, where you actually live, and our patron show videos where I give a little teaser of what's going on at People Make Games. I'm about to announce our next documentary there pretty soon, and I'm a bit nervous about that fact, so sign up if you'd like to find out why, and you'll be supporting the channel while you do it. Again, at our very lowest tier, as well as things like access to the Discord, you'll also get this video behind the scenes at Bridge Command right now, today. You could be watching it instead of listening to me do this voiceover.
Should we turn off the ominous hum for a second? It feels quite weird to be in here, not in uniform.
This is the site of so much trauma for me. As soon as we re-entered the ship, I got incredibly stressed. Not even kidding.
Running back and forth here so many times. Anyway,
you were.
I think that is pretty much where we're done. We've got to the end of our mission, the end of the video.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.